Top 7 Best Mini PCs 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Geekom S5. On paper, this looks like a very powerful new C and a bargain price from Geekom. Based on the 2021 launched Ryzen 9 5900HX mobile processor, this tiny system comes in a single SKU with 32 GB of RAM and 1 TB of PCI 3.0 NVMe storage. The problem it faces is that it's competing with systems that use either more recent Ryzen designs or the latest Intel 13th Gen processors that use DDR5 memory. The DDR4 RAM in this design comes in copious amounts, but the bandwidth on offer is the Achilles heel of this platform, as it reduces the performance of the integrated Radeon RX Vega GPU. All that said, this is a fully featured NVC system with 3 monitor outputs, 7 USB ports, and a 2.5 GB LAN port. Internally, it has 2 M.2 2280 slots for storage and a bay for a 2.5-inch SATA device, allowing it to be a tiny power-packed media system. If it weren't for hardware like the Minisforum Venus NPB7 and the Beelink SER6 Pro 7735HS, we'd be more impressed with a tiny computer with an 8-core and 16-thread CPU. Number 6. Intel NUC 13 Pro. The latest and arguably the greatest NUC yet. The Intel NUC 13 Pro takes the best silicon from the new 13th Gen mobile product lines and packages them in the classic Intel NUC cases. What the customer gets is plenty of CPU performance with up to 12 threads and 64 GB of RAM, combined with Gen 4 NVMe storage and Thunderbolt 4 technology baked into the machine. Starting at around $320 for the Core i3 models and going to over $1,000 for the top-of-the-range Core i7 Pro processors, there is plenty of scope for both performance and price. All these machines are provided as bare bones, meaning that you will need to provide RAM modules, NVMe storage, and other peripherals, mouse, keyboard, screen, operating system, etc., to make them fully operational. The Intel NUC 13 Pro might not be the cheapest option for compact computing devices, but it is from a highly trusted source and offers the absolute cutting edge in NUC technology. Number 5. Minisforum Venus NPB7. With early access to the silicon, Intel got a 13th Gen NUC out of the door first. But other brands, like Minisforum, are now joining that party. The NPB7 is the flagship of the Venus series and features the incredible Intel Core i7 13700H, 14 cores, 20 threads, mobile CPU, and up to 32 GB of DDR5 RAM. However, it can be bought bare bones with the processor installed by the RAM and M.2 NVMe storage provided by the customer. In some designs, like the Intel NUC 13 Pro, installing these parts would involve a screwdriver, but simply pressing the lid with 2 fingers on opposite sides releases the top in seconds. That makes upgrades easy and provides quick access to all the critical parts you can change. Overall, the power in this small system is daunting, with an impressive selection of ports that include 2 USB 4.0/Thunderbolt and dual 2.5 GB LAN. These give the NPB7 remarkable flexibility for a wide range of applications and plenty of scope for external enhancements to storage and networking. A brilliantly effective design which isn't expensive for what is inside it. Number 4. Beelink SER6 Pro 7735HS. Those looking for the fastest NUC might head to the new Intel NUC 13 Pro, but that assumption might be premature. The Beelink SER6 Pro 7735HS, as the name infers, is built around the latest AMD Ryzen 7000 mobile technology and can match or better the latest Intel 13th Gen silicon. The AMD Ryzen 7000 series processor in this tiny computer has 8 cores and can process 16 threads, making it one of the most powerful small system platforms. Combined with 32 gigabytes of DDR5 4800, a Gen 4 NVMe drive, and a chipset that includes Thunderbolt, a 2.5 GBA LAN port, and Intel Wi-Fi 6E AX 2111, expect a very positive user experience. At the time of writing, there is only one SKU that comes with 32 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. However, these machines can be upgraded to 64 gigabytes and at least 2 TB of storage through drop-in replacements. Dismantling the machine to add these upgrades could be easier, but it's something most users will only do once. Our only other complaint is that the single Thunderbolt port is on the front, whereas the rear might have been a better option for those with docking stations. Number 3. Giantec Nutbox K1. The Nutbox K1 leverages the excellent performance offered by the Ryzen 7 6800A processor and its integrated Radeon 680M GPU to outstanding effect. Using the same mobile processor as many high-specification laptops, making the K1 very close in performance to the Beelink SER6 Pro 7735HS that uses the Ryzen 7 7735HS mobile CPU. The entry-level SKU for the Nutbox K1 is a cheap bare-bones system where the purchaser must supply the DDR5 memory, NVMe, and an operating system. Alternatively, it can come pre-configured with up to 32 gigabytes of memory and 1 TB of NVMe Gen 4 storage at a greater cost. However, beware that our review SKU came with a single 16 gigabytes memory module that underperformed without access to the bandwidth of dual-channel memory. With dual memory modules installed, the K1 is easily fast enough to blunt the nose of the Intel NUC 13 Pro and trounce any Core i5 or Celeron-powered machines. Access for memory or storage changes is remarkably easy and doesn't even require the removal of screws. Number 2. Geekom AS6. The AS6 is a different beast compared to the AS5. This new C system might look identical from the outside, but the Zen 3 Plus processor and DDR5 in this system can deliver a dramatically improved performance. Combining better bandwidth with DDR5 memory, a more power-efficient processor, a superior GPU, and a PCIe 4.0 infrastructure, the AS6 has almost everything going for it. If it has weaknesses, these include a noisy cooling system, all-plastic construction, and the same ASUS-designed interior layout where the motherboard is in two parts connected by a flexible ribbon cable. However, it has USB 4.0, and the 22280 M2 NVM slots are both Gen 4, allowing for plenty of performance storage to be added alongside a 2.5-inch SATA mechanism. Sadly, Geekom supplies the machine with only a Gen 3 NVMe drive, but swapping it for something faster is a relatively inexpensive and straightforward exercise. Number 1. Beelink U59 Mini PC. The Beelink U59 is a new C-sized PC built around the Intel Celeron processor N5105 4C/4T 4M cache, 2.0 GHz up to 2.9 GHz. It can come with 8 GB or 16 GB of RAM and up to a 512 GB SATA SSD installed. Even with that modest silicon, the U59 performs well at basic tasks and has potential as a small office machine or for embedded applications. For 8 GB customers, the RAM can be upgraded to 16 GB, along with the M2 SATA storage. There is also a bay inside for a 2.5-inch drive for even more storage options. What seals this deal is the relatively low asking price of both the 8 GB and 16 GB models and the bloatware-free Windows 11 installation, including dual HDMI outputs and dual gigabit LAN ports, neatly positions the U59 for embedded use, ideal for providing product presentations or as a self-contained firewall. The Beelink U59 is easily one of the better new-sized machines we've seen, and it's cheap enough for even the tightest budgets. So guys, that's all for Top 7 Best Mini PCs 2023. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.